lie. You niggas better pick your side. The homies down the ride. Tell me, nigga, is you down the slide?
But no, man, but shit, man. Shit's get going, man. Show the real, man. What did they got going on today, man?
Shit. Keeping up with the other side, being entertained by the other side, crashing out, displaying their politics for the public, and you know what I mean, making doing what we ain't doing.
Yeah. But like I say, I seen the movement that they had going on, man, with the boy from Dago. From Dago 40s. He be doing content.
Oh yeah. I forgot his name, but I know he talking about the light skinned nigga.
Yeah. His name is right there. Well, I just can't get it yet, but now I seen him. I don't know if he getting them together or not. I don't want to say he doing that, but they do got, they are trying to build a platform. I seen a podcast set up and shit like that. Like I say, man, that be my, when, we was having a conversation and, people, Trey was saying, why didn't they, why is they online with it? Why is they online with it? And like I say, the issue occurred online, so it was addressed online. But what a nigga got to understand, and I think you said this too, what a nigga do got to understand is everybody that's speaking up is trying to have some kind of platform. Everybody. It's not like they going through, the neighborhoods and all that and asking them questions. They got faces blurred out like, yeah, nigga, whoa. Nah, it's everybody that is trying to get a platform. You know what I mean? Is trying to, like I say, and it's hard to tell it's hard to tell what's content and what's real. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to tell what's content and what's real, but like you say, man, the shit show is it's entertaining, man. It's entertaining.
And it takes some bullshit to bring out some real shit. And damn, displaying their politics for content purposes is some bullshit. But somebody's gonna end up being some real shit because somebody's gonna actually end up getting DP behind it.
But let me ask you this though. Do you think you can look at it in a way that, nigga, let us capitalize off this shit? Like, motherfuckers have been capitalizing off of our lifestyle for a long time, whether it been music, movies, documentaries, books. Like, the Caucasians been capitalizing off of us for the longest. So now that we got a way to somewhat monetize this street shit, because that's kind of what it is you kind of monetizing street shit, So do you think that niggas is completely in the wrong for like say all this shit is fake? All this shit is, well, even if it's not fake, do you think that niggas completely in the wrong for displaying their politics in the open and possibly getting paid for it? I know Brick Baby seeing some. Whoever got a platform that's monetized is getting money from it. You feel me?
Right. Is it wrong? Partially, I think it's wrong, and partially it's not. I feel it depends. It depends on the gang, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, I feel like you can do content because you like you said, the white man gonna take our story and make money off of it anyway. He's been doing it. You know what I mean? Anytime you see any movie, they don't even have to name it the gangs of, the actual gang names we hold in LA. Any movie that's gang, like we are the source of gangs in America. You know what I mean? We are the source of gangs. So anytime they make any kind of movie, they could say the purple monkeys against the yellow butterflies. It still stems from our culture.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like, man, them niggas, what they doing is they creating content off the negative of their gang. Like, I think it's much more to this shit that people interested in. And controversy sells. So, yeah, the world would love to see them pressing Brick Baby, and they'll love to They don't even gotta see an actual ass whooping. If they can just see some niggas get back on camera and be like, yeah, we just finished whooping on Brick, baby, the world is gonna be tuned in for that shit.
For sure.
You know what I mean, but I just me personally, I don't knock them for it. You know what I mean? It's the 40s. The 40s, they deserve they run. They ain't never had no light shit shined on them before. They deserve they run. You know what I mean? Even if it's at the cost of the 60s. You know what I mean? They deserve they run. But I just feel like my gang, we would never do no shit like that. We wouldn't do it. Not saying because it's homies that rap, it's homies that's doing content, but like it's too many rules there that you got to come back and face certain shit. If you act out the way that they're acting out, that shit make me think like, damn, nigga, you niggas ain't got no G homies, nigga, that step in and tell all you niggas like, hold up, nigga, you niggas why you like. We have that, and you know, I know some gangs don't. Some gangs just really don't have that the young niggas run the show. We still got like legendary G niggas from our shit that's not finna let that happen, that they voice gonna be heard, and they ain't going to no internet. You gonna have an issue when you hit the blacktop, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? And we wasn't raised that way. Like I say, them niggas come from some shit, not the 40s though. The 60s, they come from some shit where these niggas always wanted to be in Hollywood. They always wanted to be on the scene. Like, so now that you got content creators and it's a actual lane, I'm not surprised that them niggas is doing what they doing. They always wanted that. Back in the 90s, they wanted to be Hollywood. You know what I mean? In the early 2000s, they wanted to be Hollywood. They wanted to be next to the celebrities. They always wanted that. So I look at it like, you know, my gang didn't always want that. Like, we're now trying to get in the space of, you know, content creating, music, all this different shit. So I don't think we at that label where we at that level where niggas is ready to sell their ass for some content.
Well, I mean, I ain't gonna say that the 40 because didn't remember when Michael Jackson shot the video when he had the Crips in his video? Wasn't that the 40s?
It was the 40s, but it was a number of the East Coasters was in there. It was all kind of neighborhoods.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying with the 40s is the 40s, the 90s, the hundreds, all these other neighborhoods. We know in LA, you know, who's dominant, who's not. But I'm saying on a broader level, all the neighborhoods and everything else has been overshadowed by the fame of the Rolling 60s.
But wouldn't you say that's of late? You feel what I'm saying? It's probably like around Nipsey, because if you think about it, nigga, Ice Cube is out the hundreds, Dub C is out the hundreds, J.O. Felony, even though he from San Diego, shit, he from out the 40s, you know, so the 6 O's really ain't have no big name. I mean, unless you want to count Corrupt.
I ain't talking about that. Those are single individuals who we seen moving the scale and saying I'm from that neighborhood. What I'm talking about is when you fall in them clubs in Hollywood, whatever celebrity in the club that night, who he got over in his section with him, the 60s. He got the 60s in there with him. When you see celebrities come out here and they go into these award shows, who they got with them? They got bodyguards from 60s. They got partners they running around with from 60s. These niggas always been in that Hollywood light. Now they might have not never had a big famous nigga until they got Nipsey, but as far as being on the scene, them niggas always been the prominent gang as far as being on the scene. So it was only a matter of time before they went. This content creating space coming, this shit was right down their alley. They was already groomed for this shit. They already been there. It's just that this space didn't exist. Now that this space exists, like, nigga, this what they doing. You know what I mean? And, you know, like I say, the 40s have always been looked at kind of like, you know, as far as on a broader level. In the streets, we know the truth. But on a broader level, like, yeah, outsiders looking in, and they look at it like the 60s is just everything, and that they overshadow everything else.
Yeah, on the real, look, I seen this video a while ago. I want to say like a year ago. This was the craziest shit to me, right? And it was this female quick little video. She banging all in the camera. Like it was some like little trend that they was doing, but she had turned it in the game banging. And so, she throwing up 40s. She throwing up 40s or whatever. And so I go through the comments. I know the comments is crazy. So I go through the comments and I see a nigga, he from 6-0, but he from 6-0 somewhere else, in another state or something. And he like, oh, you from neighborhood 40s? Neighborhood. But where that's at though? I'm like, that threw me the fuck off. I'm like, how the fuck? You don't know where the 40s at. You know what I mean? But like you say, nigga, in LA, nigga, we know the truth. You know what I mean? We know the truth that, it's been times where it could be at this current time, but it's been times where, the 40s was deeper than them niggas. You know what I mean? Because I know I was in the county for sure where, nigga, the 40s, nigga, it was, nigga, for every 160, it was about 3 40s. You know what I mean? So I seen it, so. But yeah, like on a wider scale, as far as, like globally, because even if you think of like back in the day, when we was talking about the movies and shit like that, they never really said the gang, it was always just Crip and Blood, blue and red. But if you look at Menace to Society, they never said no gang. The only people that said a gang was fucking shit on South Central. You feel me? And then it was all in was from Hoover. You know what I mean? So, it back in the day, it wasn't really prominent for niggas to be just gang banging on tracks, mainstream.
Right.
It wasn't really. So let's say if Dub C was to come out today, I think he will make the 111s more popular because I think he will say 111 a lot more in his songs. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's like, it's the time frame. But what you said is, is actually, is really correct. But would you say that comes from, 6-0 being one of the oldest gangs out here? Because you'll see me some old ass niggas from 6-0. So do you think that's why they got a lot of connections with other states and other entertainers and shit like that? Is because they, you could say they one of the original gangs out here?
Nah, because you really can't mention like old gangs without you have to mention the Detroit gangsters with them, because we both been here just as long. You know what I mean?
No, most definitely.
So,
Yeah.
so
but like you say, that's not what y'all wanted though.
I think with them niggas, man, them niggas come from an area of a whole bunch of performing arts. So the schools over there, the culture, the African culture over there, they grow up kind of like charismatic kids already. You know what I mean? That's just how they are. That's why they so animated over there, and not taking nothing away from their cripping. But you got a lot of motherfuckers come from over there that went on to go play baseball, made it to Major League Baseball. You got motherfuckers from out their community who done touched the NBA. You got motherfuckers out their community a few motherfuckers done touched the NFL. You know what I mean? You got motherfuckers who've actually made it in the industry. Niggas like Battle Cat making beats, CJ Mack. They have a talent driven area basically. You know what I mean? Because when you have these areas where kids got something to do, that's what it creates. That's what it creates. You gotta remember, a mile away from them, what they calling that shit, once you get like over by the overhills, they calling that shit Black Beverly Hills. And it's certain opportunities that's there for them growing up in a community that's just not there in other communities. You know what I mean? So it creates a bunch of kids who charismatic, and they're built. The niggas built for the entertainment. Now we see it smoothing out now, because now you starting to see grimy ass niggas over there that just can't get it together, and they mad at the ones who do got some motion. You know what I'm saying? But it used to be like, man, I think that's more so of them niggas growing up not taking advantage of the opportunities. But man, they definitely got more over there than everybody else. You know what I mean? More shit in their community to take advantage of. Like, nigga, you go to any other hood, niggas ain't got a Lamert Park they can walk through and learn about their culture, nigga. Like, nigga, niggas ain't got shit like that, nigga. Niggas ain't got
shit. Inglewood.
Yeah.
Inglewood. But that's the same dynamic too, though. A lot of celebrities come from out of there too. You know what I mean? A lot of celebrities come out of that too. Nigga, they done shot movies in that motherfucker, you know?
Right. We come from areas where it's like, nigga,